Jesus went hunting up in North Texas.
It is daylight, and the hogs have arrived.
I waited about 15 minutes for the sun to actually drop below the horizon, started my stalk on these hogs, and they eventually slowly moved away down into the creek bottom, leaving behind this one boar. And so I took him. This was an easy 55-yard shot on a 180-pound boar with my Lone Star Armory TX15 multi-purpose carbine enhanced, shooting 6.5 Grindelhorn of the SST 123 grain factory ammo. Got back to the truck, and off to the east spied this hog way off in the distance, just coming onto the property, made a blind stalk towards the hog, and he disappeared on me. So when I came out amongst the cattle, carpet canis, there was a coyote coming across the pasture towards the cattle that I spied with my IR patrol. So I came out to meet him. Got everything recorded with my IR Hunter Mark III thermal weapon sight. He sat down and made a nice stationary target. And he was down at 140 yards.
Brass Catcher by Tactical Brass Recovery.
After I finished taking pictures of the coyote, did a quick scan, and there's my hog, or at least a hog has appeared in the pasture.
I am at the coyote.
And here I've started my stalk towards the hog. There are cattle off to my left. Getting a little bit closer. He appears to just be rooting in the ground. And I've gotten about as close as I'm going to get on this hog. There are no cattle immediately to my left in case he runs. I know there aren't any to the right. Alright, here we go. And here I let him wind it out a bit. And there he crashes. And a quick shot to finish him. This was a 200-pound boar with the first shot at 150 yards or so, the second shot at 90 yards, and his head is propped up there on the skull of one of our previous victims. I made my way back to the truck, and here on the high ground the wind is just howling. And I spied one hog way out in the distance, and as I got closer to the edge of the hill, I looked down, and there were all these other hogs. Now I've gotten into a low spot and the wind isn't quite so bad here. This is the first group. Spread out a little bit. But it's close and there's a safe direction of fire directly behind it. And I know that I have cattle off to the left and off to my high right. So I'm going to start with this group and watch as I pick up the big sow from the second group. Here we go. At this point, I'm afraid I'm panning too far to the left, so I pick up the sow in the second group. One of her piglets. And another one. In the excitement of the action, I've counted 4 hits. I figure I've got 4 hogs down, including this one that collapses there. So I find this big sow, 150 pounds, at 80 yards. By the second hog, 140-pound sow at 90 yards. And here's the big 145-pound sow from Group 2 at 130 yards. The piglet that I shot that came in at about 25 pounds. And I had no recollection of this shot until I reviewed the video. I never looked for this hog, and so I never found it. Carpe sus, my friends.